Hi guys, it's Ray here from City Fan TV. Hope you're all doing very well indeed. Filming indoors for a change. I do like my walkabout videos, but weather's not great outside. It's very, very windy, and that'll just make a mess of the audio. We've got the trees or the bushes rustling and the wind howling. It won't make for good audio. So here we are indoors filming instead. I'm going to start this video by saying a massive thank you to you guys. The channel has done really well in the last month. Our subscriber numbers went up by a huge 45% increase in subscribers in the last month. It's been an incredible little journey, and I've got to say a huge thank you to the main contributors in this time. We've had Colin Savage, our finance expert. We've had Bernard Deneen from the Citizen channel, and we've had Mike Long from Bolt from the Blue. But of course, I can't forget you guys, you old subscribers or returning subscribers. You keep watching the videos, and the new people who come along and watch us for the first time. And if you're one of those new people, it would be fantastic if you could subscribe and hit that bell icon so you're notified as soon as new videos come out. Right, let's get cracking with today's video. I'm going to talk about a kid called Carlos Borges. Hopefully I got his name right, Carlos Borges. And he's a kid who came from Portugal, from Sporting Lisbon in Portugal, and he joined City back in 2015. He's still only 19 years old, so he was a very young kid, really, when he joined City. He'd been somewhere around 11, 12 years old. And he plays as a winger. Very, very talented young kid. Very, can I say, precocious talent. But the fact that he's been here so long, actually, he counts as a homegrown player, which in some instances that would be very, very useful to have homegrown players knocking about. Without going too much into the rules, you're allowed, I think it's still in your squad, is it 17 non-homegrown players as a maximum? So not foreign players, but players who are not classified as homegrown. Carlos Borges, even though he's Portuguese, he's classed as homegrown because he's been here that long. He's done the qualifying. I think he's done the qualifying period at City to be classed as homegrown. Anyway, that's a bonus to have someone like that. But he's gone through the ranks at City. He was the under-18 player of the year a couple of seasons ago. Last season, he was one of the standout performers for VDS. He scored, if I remember correctly, 25 goals, got 13 assists across all competitions. Very, very exciting young talent. And it looked like I did a video a couple of weeks ago. It was all supposed to be done and dusted, or almost done and dusted, that he was going to West Ham for up to 14 or 15 million pounds. And I was talking about the fantastic value in that deal for City. Obviously, they get a lot of money on the sale of the player. And obviously, they would have buyback and sell-on clauses included in that transfer. It looked like it was going ahead, and suddenly, I think it was yesterday or the day before, Ajax seemed to have stepped in. I don't know what West Ham are doing. They've got the money from Declan Rice, from the Declan Rice sale to Arsenal. You know, I wouldn't say they pulled Arsenal's pants down to get that 100 million quid, but 100 million quid is what they got. Why they couldn't do this deal for Carlos Borges quickly, I don't know. I don't know what held it up. And that's allowed Ajax to step in. It's crazy. They've got the money. Get the player in, get him into pre-season, get him with your new teammates, see what he's all about. And they haven't done that. I think some of the West Ham fan channels have gone ballistic over this. It's scandalous, appalling, unprofessional. And they've had a go. Obviously, the owner, was it David Sullivan, had a real pop at him. But for whatever reason, West Ham have let this one slip. It looks like everything seems to have been agreed with Ajax. I think, even though everything was agreed with West Ham, I thought it was all sorted. But Ajax have now stepped in. They've moved very quickly. I think he's due to be doing a medical, or maybe he's done it already, or it's about to happen. And it looks like very soon he will be an Ajax player. And on one hand, I do feel I feel sympathy for the West Ham fans, because they've been done the dirty here by their own club. They sold Declan Rice. Okay, they're the only Premier League outfit that haven't made any transfers in. Now, you look at it and they stayed up by the skin of their teeth last season. Okay, they ended up finishing 14th, which looks reasonably respectable. But 2 months before the end of the season, they didn't look like they were, going to finish that high. And obviously, they won the Europa Conference League, but they've just got rid of their best player. And if you're finishing 14th and you've got someone as talented as Declan Rice leaving, I'm not seeing the writings on the wall. I'm not saying Moyes could be sacked or he could walk because the guy's got to be given a chance, but it's not looking good. All right, we've still got a month left before the transfer window closes, but they're leaving it very late. Pre-season is now. Season starts for City. It starts this weekend in the Community Shield, and next Friday for the league season starts. So next weekend is when West Ham start the season, and they haven't got any transfers in. I don't think by retaining the status quo and having lost Declan Rice that they're suddenly going to get better next season. They need some transfers in, and they really dropped the ball on this one. And it looks like he's going to Ajax. And good luck to the kid. Good luck to Ajax. I'm sure we'll have a sell-on clause. I'm sure we'll have a buyback clause. I don't know what the fee's going to be, but I would like to think it's going to be something similar to what West Ham were due to pay, if not a little bit more. Why not? Let's get a bit more money out of Ajax, but that'd be interesting to find out. And I know, once again, we go through this subject time and time again, that fans are not happy about losing our exciting young kids. Look, this Carlos Borges scored, I think it was a hat-trick and got an assist in the Europa Youth League. Then was it Sevilla? We beat him 5-1. Everybody stood up and took notice. This kid, he's what I like. Some things obviously I like about him. Things I think he needs to improve. But I'll give you an incident. He scored a goal and he went looking for the cameras. He went looking for the cameras to make his pose. So he likes the limelight. He's very big on that. So he's very confident in his own ability. Once again, who knows? Who knows where he can get to? But he's got a problem. He's got and this is always the case. You've got a stumbling block at City. You've got in front of him. If he wants to play out wide, he's got Jack Grealish, £100 million man. On the other side, we had Riyad Mahrez, but we've still got Foden. We've still got Bernardo Silva. Where's Julian Alvarez going to play? Where's Cole Palmer going to play? We've got an abundance of top talent, and it's very difficult for young players to come through and make it at City. Even Cole Palmer, he's had 2 seasons here. Some people are saying he should be sold or loaned out because they're not sure if he's going to make it after 2 seasons. So it's difficult. And I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. I do like the idea of selling players rather than loaning them out. We saw a couple of seasons ago, maybe 3 seasons ago, our goalkeeper, Aaron Muric, 6'7" of him, all 6'7" of him. He was loaned out to Nottingham Forest. He started badly there, got dropped. His loan move was a waste of time. Teams that don't spend a lot of money on the player and not invested. So what will Forest paying? They'll probably pay his wages, might be 10 grand a week. They might have paid a very small loan fee, 50 grand, 100 grand, maybe nothing. And so they look at it and say, well, it's not a lot of money. Let's bring somebody else in. Let's play somebody else because this kid doesn't look good enough. When you actually spend the money, as Southampton did on Gavin Bazunu, I can't remember what they paid. It was around 12-13 million pounds. They're heavily invested in that player. They want him to succeed. They're determined to make him succeed because they spent a lot of money on him. So he carried on playing last season despite him probably having one of the worst shot-stopping records in the Premier League out of all goalkeepers. But they kept faith in him. They kept trusting him. They stuck by him. If they paid a small loan fee, they might have, chucked him out and gone instead for a current, more experienced goalkeeper that they had on their books. And if he'd gone there on loan, his loan could have been a wasted year of development. But instead, the kid's developed. Look, he's shown some good moments, but I'm not sure whether he'll make it or not. But that's for us as City fans. It's probably not the point. We got some good money for him. If he does develop and makes it, we buy him back if we want, or as in the case with Romeo Lavia, if he's sold on, we got 20% buyback clause. If he's sold on to Liverpool for 50 million quid, we get 10 million quid of that. So we end up making a really good amount of money, and it's pretty much all profit in our account. So whatever happens to Carlos Borges, look, as usual, I wish the kid well. As I said, and I'll repeat, I do feel sorry for those West Ham fans who thought this deal was almost done and dusted. If they end up being gazumped or hijacked by Ajax, I can only blame the board. And I think I'm not speaking for all West Ham fans, but I think a lot of them want to get rid of that board as soon as possible, sell up, move on, and start running the club as a proper football club, like Man City run. But yeah, anyway, Carlos Borges, good luck to the kid, and he looks Ajax bound. Guys, if you're new to the channel, it would be fantastic if you could subscribe, and if you can hit that bell icon, you'll be notified as soon as new videos come out. We'll see you around, Blues.